I think so. And to substantiate our claim, being Quirino, one of the most hospitable provinces in the Philippines, I am very glad to present to you our acting governor, Honorable Julius Cesar S. Baquilar, for his welcome note. How about a round of applause?
Today is a special day for us Quirinians. For today, we are blessed and honored to be visited by beautiful ladies from 55 different nations in Asia Pacific. The year's theme for Miss Asia Pacific is Love, the Difference. And today we see 55 different nations with different cultures, different traditions, different religions, and different personalities. And yet, in spite of our differences, I see there's something that you have in common today. First is that you are all beautiful. And thank you for visiting the beautiful province of Quirino. And also one thing that I noticed that you have in common, you all have your cellular phones. And I would like to request that when you post on Instagram or Facebook, please do tag Quirino. And also Nagtipunan and the beautiful mayor, Belot. So in behalf of the officialdom of Quirino, as the acting governor of the province, welcome and enjoy your stay here in Quirino.
We are very blessed here at the province of Quirino to welcome our reigning Miss Asia Pacific International 2019 fourth runner-up, Raquel Van Cool. How about a round of applause? Indeed, our event this morning is more colorful because of the Miss Asia Pacific International 2019, Miss Sharifa Akil. Thank you very much, and may I now turn over the microphone to our press con facilitator.
Okay, so before we start our press con proper, may request our beloved mayor from Nagtipunan to give us a short background about the Miss Asia Pacific International here in Quirino Province. Ma'am?
Thank you. Good morning. Good morning, ladies. Good morning to the handsome governor for today and to all of you. With all the beautiful smiles around, I can see that Quirino is really brightened up with these beautiful and goddess ladies around. Let's give a round of applause to the beautiful ladies. So, I thank you for the Miss Asia Pacific, what do you call that? Organizer for choosing us to be one of the sponsor. It is a great privilege for us. From here, we will be having the press con together with the governor. After this one, they will be heading from Nagtipunan. It's our place, ladies, the Nagtipunan. So from Nagtipunan, they will be having tree planting. Are you all ready for the tree planting? Yeah. Oh, yeah. The tree planting at the Landingan viewpoint. Then after that, to the Siitan, it's the Bimafor Rock Formation, one of the tourist spot of Quirino. So they will be having the feedings for all the childrens, different tribes. As you all know, Miss Asia Pacific promote culture and diversity. Quirino province has a lot of culture. They are diverse, but yet we are united. So you will see all of the different cultures, Bukalots, the Actas, you will be feeding them while later on. So after that, it's a lunch. Then in the evening, we will be seeing our beauteous ladies having their swimsuit parade. Our Miss Asia Pacific, the beautiful Sharifa here, and our fourth runner-up will be having their fashion show. Then all Quirinians let witness how Miss Asia Pacific parade and their beautiful bodies, beautiful swimsuit attire. Then after that, you will be wearing our costume, our bukalot costume. It is one of the pride of the Quirino when you will be wearing our costume there in Nagtipunan. Then it will be serenade by the ABS-CBN. It will be hosted by Will Debach of the GMA. So please join us and let's show the Miss Asia Pacific candidates how Quirinian unites together. Diba? So nga, kada tayo aming Quirinians, as all the beauties parading us, let's show once more how Quirino gone away, and let them discover the undiscovered here in Quirino. Not only the beautiful places, but the beautiful people of Quirino. Welcome to Quirino, ladies.
Is about beauty and diversity, which means inclusivity. So I want to ask Miss South Africa, and Miss Philippines can give her reaction after Miss South Africa. So does that mean that the search welcomes LGBTQ plus community as participants in the future? Kindly expound. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Manny Tamina and I'm from South Africa. I believe that there is a shift in the atmosphere and a shift in everything that is being done. In South Africa, with Miss South Africa 2019, they totally changed the perceptions of what beauty is and what a beauty queen is. If some of you all followed, I think you all saw that the ideal westernized beauty was totally shifted, with some candidates actually being lesbian. So with that being said, I believe that if it is about inclusivity, and Miss Asia Pacific totally stands for that, they should be also allowed to participate, because at the end of the day, they are human beings. And at the end of the day, they have a voice. And we all have a voice. And because we have a voice, we deserve such platforms as Miss Asia Pacific International. Thank you.
So good morning once again. I absolutely agree with what my sister from South Africa has said. The core values that Miss Asia Pacific International stands for are inclusivity and beauty and diversity. And if you take a look around, you can see such a diverse group of women taking a stand in their own nationalities and their own cultures and in their own sexual preferences as well. However, in the term of LGBTQ is such a broad term for us to specifically target if they could compete. And as ambassadors of the pageant, we are still not allowed to be able to make that decision for the pageant itself, because as ambassadors as we are, as a representation of this pageant, there are still the people with the final decision to be able to target the specific for the people who will compete in this pageant. But as the Miss Asia Pacific aspirants, we could do is to motivate and to be able to inspire others for inclusivity for us as well. Thank you.
In this competition, who do you think should win?
Oh, that's a very tricky question. I believe that everyone here, sitting here, all these beautiful candidates are deserving. I have been very fortunate to have an encounter with almost each and every one of them. And they have a very unique story to tell. And with all of them, they believe and they want to be ambassadors and ambassadors for their country as well. Besides them being ambassadors of Miss Asia Pacific International, Everyone is deserving, and oh my God, it's such a tricky question. May the best person win. Yes.
Okay. For Miss Philippines.
I believe that everybody is in this competition for a reason. Every one of us has advocacies, has a purpose as to why we joined this pageant. But I cannot just take away my stand as to why I want the crown. So if I were to be asked that if I wouldn't win, who should win? I could still believe that even though every single one of us has a chance of winning the crown, it is still a competition, and I am standing here in representation of the Philippine country in in an international scale to be able to represent our diversity, our culture, and our purpose. Thank you.
Wow. You are truly our darlings, young ladies.
Good morning, beautiful people. So my question is, so right now there are about more or less 55 candidates of you vying for the title of Miss Asia International, Miss Asia Pacific International. So that means you brought along with you your own unique cultures and practices. So what do you think are the disadvantages of cultural diversity, and how are you going to transform this as your advantage over your contenders? So may I ask Miss Australia to please do the honors?
Good morning, everyone. Maganda umaga, everybody po. So my name is Angelica Whitelaw, and I'm proudly representing Australia. I have an advantage for Miss Asia Pacific International because I was born and raised in Australia with a Filipina mother from proud Pampanga and a father who is Scottish. So I believe I embody diversity within my birthright. However, as a person trying to be an ambassador for Miss Asia Pacific International, I believe that I can be able to connect others and include others together as one, along with my other sisters here today, by maybe adding our cultures together and to find a common ground between our points of differences. And I'm not sure if my other sisters have noticed, but there's been a few photos of me on Miss Asia Pacific International of me holding food. So in that sense, I would like to disclose that I could eat tokbak baboy, which is a Filipino dish. I could eat a Scottish black pudding any day and an Australian meat pie. And I believe that one thing that each of us have in common is our love for food. So we are able to connect our points of differences by sharing that culture and be able to share our languages together as one. Thank you.
How do you compare the Filipino culture in your country?
Hello everyone, my name is Anamaria Charita and I represent Romania. This day that I spent in the Philippines, it was very amazing for me. I discovered very beautiful people and also they are kind and friendly. Our cultures are a little bit different, but for example, I don't know. Yeah.
So I would like to answer the question on behalf of Ms. Romania because for the information of everyone, we are actually roommates. So we have shared our experiences together and we actually consider ourselves as sisters. And in our days that we spent together, we have shared our culture. For example, I have shared the more conservative side of the Philippines, and she has shared with me the more liberated side of Romania. And with that, we learn from the experiences of each other, and we learn why that is a culture of each country. So we got to know about the history, the culture, and even the politics of each country. And that is what I think is beautiful about these pageants, learning and coexisting with the cultures of each country. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Romania and Miss Philippines. Mr. Victor Martin for the last question.
My question is based on the observation of our acting governor. Since you ladies are holding your cell phones, is social media bringing people together or causing separation? Any candidates, please?
Thank you very much for that question. My name is Sandal and I'm from the small island of Guam. And so far, social media has been a very big advantage for us. I come from a small island. It's only 30 miles long with 167,000 people. And being here with all these lovely ladies, I was able to connect more. Because I'm from such an isolated part of the world, now I'm able to see more of everybody else's perspectives on their culture and their practices. All I have to do is search up the hashtag Love the Difference or hashtag Miss Asia Pacific International 2019. And from there, I'm able to see a little glimpse of what the experience is like for these other women, as well as people from around the world. So I believe that social media does have a positive impact. However, in some ways it can be negative in the sense that we're all human, we compare each other, and we all have that idea of a perfect picture that you see online. But I hope that through beauty and diversity as Miss Asia Pacific International ambassadors, we're able to show everyone around the world, especially young women who depend so much on social media, that there is more to that picture and there is a story behind each and every one of us. And I would like to thank this pageant for giving us the platform to share that. Thank you.
Thank you. Miss Spain, please.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Cheyenne, and I'm representing Spain. I'm going to have to totally agree with Guam. It's definitely a positive place, but also a very negative place, because social media, a lot of people tend to go on their phone, on Instagram, like being one of the examples. We tend to look at people's pictures and compare ourselves, which isn't always great because we don't always know the story behind someone's picture. So we just look at someone's happy face, but you don't actually know their story, which is a shame. But agreeing again, coming from Spain, I was able to look up each and every one of these ladies and contact some of them to come travel to the Philippines as well, so I didn't have to come alone. And yeah, so I'm gonna have to say that it's definitely got its advantages and disadvantages. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Spain. May you also listen to the answer of Miss Luxembourg, please.
Hello everybody, I'm Maril and I'm representing Luxembourg. I really want to answer this question, thank you for it, because I think it's a really big and good platform to communicate all around the world, but I think it's a negative part in life. Because if you look at a family, people start sitting at the table at dinner and watching their phone. Don't talk to each other, just watching, seeing the pictures, making a perfect place. But the world isn't perfect. We need to see the story behind each other. We need to listen to who the person is that we wanted to see, and not the face that we see or what we think what we wanted to see. Because what we wanted to see is like a dream. And dream, we need to compliment. And that is what we do together. So everybody, please, if we want to stand up, and just stand and hold our hands, because that one is more important to be each other, talk to each other, listen to each other, than just making an opinion to somebody's profile, somebody's pictures of what are going on Facebook or on Instagram. Thank you.
So thank you so much for your time. See you around in Nagtipunan. Good luck to all of you. You are all our darlings.
Thank you very much, Madam Telma. And before we let these lovely candidates go to Nagtipunan, we are indeed very grateful to present to you a simple token from the Provincial Local Government Unit of Quirino. And this is one of their artifacts is the Kalaw headdress, which symbolizes status, bravery, leadership, and maturity. Only the bravest warriors and those who occupy a place of honor in the tribe can don the Kalaw headdress. And ladies, please enjoy our simple token from the Provincial Local Government Unit of Quirino.